Welcome to the Syndicate Room. I am Drew, that is Reese, and Val from AdValorem is our producer. Today we're using Litigation-Credit as an education-first case study in underwriting evidence, timing, and downside.
You know the pattern. A headline says a case is worth billions. The market hears a giant opportunity. A platform reports hundreds of millions under management. The market hears validation. A case reaches settlement. The market hears cash. Those are not the same event.
The recent Burford case makes the fear concrete. A March court decision reversed a $16 billion judgment in the YPF dispute and triggered a $2.4 billion write-down. One headline number can dominate years of research when the legal outcome changes. You can be right that legal demand is strong and still be wrong about timing. You can be right about a claim's merits and still misread collection risk. In this asset class, duration is not a footnote. Duration changes the return. Aperture's platform provides structured loans primarily to law firms, collateralized by expected legal fee receivables from post-settlement, procedurally mature, near-settlement, and short-duration cases. That is a different exposure from waiting for a distant judgment.
Scale can make a platform look safer than any single claim. It can also hide concentration, legal process risk, or a mismatch between the expected date and the paid date. Do not let assets under management substitute for a loss map. Do not let assets under management substitute for a loss map. Do not let assets under management substitute for a loss map. Here is the permission slip. You do not need to predict the verdict. You can underwrite the cash conversion path from legal milestone to receivable to repayment. Let me say that again, slowly. You do not need to be a courtroom expert to ask who owes the money, what event makes it payable, what can delay it, and what protects the downside. That is a research process, not a prediction contest.
Our research desk published the piece called Aperture Expands Litigation-Credit Platform Beyond $600 Million, link in the show notes. The useful signal is not simply the $600 million number. It is the structure. Loans against legal fee receivables tied to cases at different stages of maturity. Think of it like invoice finance. A receivable has an obligor, a due date, a dispute risk, and a collection path. Litigation adds court procedure, appeals, settlement behavior, and legal costs uncertainty. More legal complexity means more places to price time and more places to document failure.
The permission is simple. Study the receivable, not the drama. A platform can be large, a case can be famous, and the only question that matters for the next payment can still be whether the legal milestone is actually complete. Step 1. Build the claim-to-cash map. Write the case stage, legal owner, counterparty, expected payment, and next procedural milestone on one page. If you cannot name the milestone, you do not have a timetable.
Step 4. Write the loss map before the next update. What happens if the court reverses the result? What happens if the counterparty cannot pay on schedule? List priority, collateral, diversification, legal costs, and the evidence that would make you reduce confidence.
You can do this with public dockets, filings, a calculator, and a calendar. You do not need a courtroom forecast. You need a dated record of what changed, who bears the delay, and what cash event comes next. Now, close the cold open loop. The asset is not the lawsuit in the abstract. It is the documented path from legal progress to a receivable that can actually be collected. Merchants have financed invoices for centuries by asking a plain question: who owes the money, when is it due, and what happens if payment slips? Litigation-Credit keeps the same discipline but adds courts, appeals, settlement terms, and legal spend. Complexity does not eliminate the checklist. It makes the checklist more valuable. Before the next legal finance headline lands, run the 4-step playbook. Map the claim to cash. Separate legal value from collectible value. Run delay cases. Write the loss map. Put a review date beside the evidence.
Our long-form Substack explains the three-pillar research framework, including enforcement, price discovery, and deep tech allocation. Treat the framework as a way to ask better questions, not as a promise of outcome. The link is in the show notes. Log the case stage, expected payment, legal cost, counterparty, priority, and delay sensitivity. Then revisit the page when the next court or settlement update arrives. Your edge is not certainty, it is a better record.
We will be back with another research-led breakdown. Until then, keep the evidence in front of the story.